Very important right now for you to take 1 second and hit that like button. Help push us through the YouTube algorithm. And then it's also equally as important to pound on that bell notification, hit that bell notification and click all. That way you stay up to date on all my latest videos as the inflationary depression that I've been warning about. Opinions, because I am not a financial advisor. This is just my overall thesis of the market, right? And as we get into it now, you can see the XRP price is now sitting. Let's go crypto investing. In this quick morning update, you can still see the XRP price, what we've been talking about. It got rejected, as we know, got rejected in this blue resistance box area at the 56 cents initially, and then at about the 54.5 cents again. And then it did it again yesterday or Thursday night, got rejected again after a power pump off the 200-day moving average, and we're still below that 50.5 cents, that critical support resistance box, and it's forcing the price down as the overall market has been bearish, even though XRP had this beautiful, phenomenal run up as it was getting supported by the volume indicator zone, where at the bottom end of it is 29.5 or 3/4 cents. The top part is 32 cents ish, and you can see we had a bounce back here in the great June flush, right? Then we had another bounce as we worked our way into July. Then we had multiple bounces as we were into September, and then we had that big rally to the upside that we were talking about. The big support resistance box being this blue resistance box up here that started at 50.5 cents, right? And then the top end, the highest we thought this pump could get to at any point was 68 cents, the top part of this box. But we knew this bottom initial part would be heavy overhead resistance, and we still have the volume crashing. You can see the mean of the volume in the orange down there running in between the candlesticks still continues to decline, and it's actually accelerated a little bit to the downside right there as the prices went sideways to up, which is usually bearish. And that's what we were talking about when we were down here. We could see this come back up and form sort of like this, and then get consolidated between the 200 and the 50 cents, forming sort of this double top, and that would be looking like a topping reversal, and we would eventually come down to that 37 cents major support level that used to be major resistance back there. It flipped it on that power pump right there to support, and that's where it looks like the price is going to want to come down to next, to 37 cents in the immediate shorter time frames that we've been warning and watching about for XRP. And if we look at, put that on. If we look at some XRP news, you can see SEC versus, come on, coffee, need some coffee. SEC versus Ripple partner tape Jets defense XRP utility and new brief to court. Another Ripple partner has filed and brief in support of the company in a lawsuit with the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. The private airline TAP Jets decided to join the case and explain to regulators why XRP is not a security. The utility and the value of XRP was presented by the airline through the use of cryptocurrencies as a currency. In its use case, the company explains in an AMCUS brief that given the nature of its business, accepting only fiat money for airline shipments was a horrendous hindrance to operations. At the same time, the use of XRP helps speed up payments where a conventional bank would not be able to do, such as on a Friday night when the SEC initiated an investigation into whether XRP was a security. Exchange removed the cryptocurrency from trading, making it impossible for TAP Jets to convert into fiat. Prior to the court case, the airline shares of XRP payments was 48%. Ripple partner with Assist. TAP Jet brief follows a similar one from Ripple Philippine partner iRemit. According to documents from both companies, XRP is a big part of their business, and that's why this is a big court case, because as we move into the digital age, the United States government and world governments are going to want to have their own and be in full control of the digital processing payment systems and the cryptocurrencies and coins that will be used to transact the Fed dollar coin from business to business, partner to partner, consumer to consumer, transaction to transaction, from the coins to fiat money. And the only way to do that right now is with the blockchain technology, and XRP is at the forefront of that. And the United States government and world governments are trying to hinder, manipulate, and infringe on the ability of XRP to compete in this free, allegedly open market as we head into a digital age. And we need these digital processing payments to be upscaled and to be able to handle the monetary, the funds, and be secure and cheap and affordable and fast, right? So this isn't a hindrance and a obstruction by a government and banking cartels, in my own personal opinion, to obstruct this as much as they can as they fight and claw to try to get their system, their payment processor, their digital processor to be under their control, and to not let entrepreneurs do their thing, because they must be in control as they go into a digital age and in a digital era in a cashless society, or else they'll be exposed for the frauds that they have been and the charlatans that they've done, and fleece heisted and shysted the United States out of all their fucking money. And if they're not in a digital era, it's eventually in a debt-based monetary system that we're in now. It's all going to come unglued. It's all going to be exposed. And it's going to be a very ugly scenario. So we're working our way into a digital era, because in a digital era, they don't have to hide the fact that they loan money and never print the interest, and there's not enough money to collect on all the debts that there are in the world, and eventually the whole thing would implode on itself. But if you don't have cash, you don't have to hide anything. It's all digital, and you can create as much or as little as you want overnight and make things happen that you want to make happen. And that's where we're at now, and that's why this is a big thing with XRP as we work our way into the Bitcoin price. You can see the 19,299.31 is still your major support resistance level at the top part of this blue trading area. And then if we slip that area, the same technical analysis that is applied all the way since we had this breakdown out of this rising or bear flag, you broke down here out of a smaller bear flag, broke down flagpole, flag, breakdown, right? And ever since we broke down out of that bear flag, we've been getting supported on the top part of this blue resistance support area. And we know if we break this 19,299.31, we come straight down here to the 16,658.11 cents. Although we've been repeatedly supported here, just like we were repeatedly supported after the great dump in early June of 2021 that had this consolidation form after. Notice the volume was crashing and we had an up and sideways consolidation. And now it's trying to hold some kind of assimilation of a double bottom to try to move up to your major upper resistance, which is 24,837.74, which is possible but not likely. But that would be where you would get harshly rejected. As you can see in the shorter term past, we got rejected once, twice, 3 times, then a ferocious pump and a ferocious dump back here between the first and second week of September of 2022, and then we've went straight sideways since then. And that's why we continue to watch this 19,299 for support, 16,658 as a major dump zone if you can't hold this, and some kind of major rally to the upside, which is unlikely but somewhat possible. 24,837.74 would be major upper resistance. And as you do know, as we work our way in towards the end of the year, I do think this target's going to get hit, this $13,336 will get hit, and that was made in 2021 when the Bitcoin price was rising above $60,000. And we're still going to stick with that technical analysis because I feel solid and I feel good about it. And as we look our way into Shivacoin's also in the same area. We're going to have to extend this orange trading box out into the future more, as it's been stagnant. Get that up here, unlock, move it out into the future more. And then we'll go ahead and lock that again. Is this still technical analysis still applies? We were in this falling channel after the great pump, long falling channel, try to trade out of it sideways, getting rejected by the top part of this orange box, which is the last line of defense, aka get my shit together to the shit house. This is a major volume area right here. You can see there's no volume traded. So on the way up, we went straight through it. Notice that? Went straight through it from right here to where there was no trading, and then hit major overhead resistance and then continued up. Then on the way down, had a long consolidation in this blue zone, because if you look, you can see all this candle and all this trading volume on the volume indicator. And then as soon as we went and broke this area, right in this same area where there's not a lot of trading, just like right here on the way up, we skyrocketed through. On the way down, we skyrocketed through, right? And that's why you're having a hard time getting back above this, because there would be an easy road to get way back up here, but there's so much sell pressure and there's so much bearish sentiment and there's so much liquidity problems. The buyers and the momentum just isn't there. You can see there's very little to no volume. That's why I think we're coming down here next to the bottom part of this zone at 739. In Shivacoin, if we look at AGIX, you can see AGIX, the day it was pumping, if we zoom into the 3-hour time frame, AGIX was in here, right in here, just coming off that wick, and we said now is not the time to chase. This could come up and touch the bottom part of this blue resistance support zone. That the top part is at 16.5 cents. The bottom part was at about 13.8 cents, and you can see it tapped it beautifully and quickly reversed. And anybody that was chasing this, that wasn't Cook Draw McGraw on the way in and out, you were fleece heisted and shysted trying to buy into this huge pump that we warned against, because you can see it had a great reversal from the wick top to current price. It's down 56%, right? And the only ones that are still making money are the ones that preloaded and sold somewhere into it, whether you sold some here, whether you took your profit there, or whether you took your profit there, or took your profit on the way down. If you bought into this rally over the major resistance zone anywhere up here, you were fleece heisted and shysted, and a very small few would have got out of there with profit. If they bought and tried to sell anywhere up into there, it was not the time to do it. The time to do this again would be kind of where it's at now. If it holds this 200 or it taps this blue support area and tries to hold it and make another run, sort of like a mountain.